All right, week one is done, but it's always chaos in fantasy.
This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
Welcome everybody to our fantasy recap for the week. I gotta wait for Red to unmute, but I'm also the commissioner of the ICFA Fantasy Football League, Illogical. We got Red, the director of media personnel, and we got the EVP of personnel, Mr. Daddy Duck.
Logical.
Yeah, I figured I'd post it in both servers. So
okay, that's fine. We can organize. That's fine.
All right.
God damn you.
What?
So, fantasy, we know week one was hectic as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got a lot of unravel. So, where do you guys want to start?
Well, I'd say first off, let's start with this game right here that we had this week between Team McGoat and Illogical Canadian, because the biggest NFL story to come out from week one has to be involving one of the quarterbacks in this fucking game.
Yep. Oh, I gotta fucking fix this. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought that Team
Aaron
McGoat
Rodgers here. It'd be Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, we now know that his season is over. Career is up in the air because he's about to be 40. Torn Achilles. His season's done. Career more than likely is also done.
Well,
yeah,
but I'm just gonna be
first J.K.
Here.
Dobbins and now Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean
this one's even more.
I'm going to go on a rant for a minute, if that's okay here. Illogical.
Go.
So I've been hearing two things very loud and clear over the last, now going on almost 24 hours since his Achilles ruptured in MetLife. First, a lot of people are saying, yeah, he's done. He's probably going to retire. He's going to probably just ride off in the sunset and call it a career. There's no way he can come back from this. Something that I think resonated with me today when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, this. If you go back and watch the Pat McAfee show that he had earlier today talking about it, Pat's a pretty good friend of Aaron. He hasn't heard anything out of Aaron directly, but he talked to a bunch of people that are also close with Aaron. Ain't no way in hell he's going to walk away from this because of an ruptured Achilles. And I completely agree. For one, another point that Rich Eisen made as well today, the dude doesn't have much else besides football. He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't really have a close family to where a lot of NFL players at this age would just retire because, my family has sacrificed so much. Well, if there is a luxury to being in the NFL and not having a family, it's you can go a long time and not feel guilty about sacrificing a lot of time to a lot of people that are very close to you. Not to mention, Aaron Rodgers has absolutely invested everything that he is and has into the city of New York this offseason. Tried to get into the best shape of his goddamn life. I don't think there's any way in hell he's going to retire. It's going to be a very difficult recovery for him. It's going to take pretty much, I'm pretty sure it's going to take him, because of his age, up until midway or the end of training camp for him to be fully recovered and ready to go for
Right,
next
but
season.
you also got to remember, too, like, he's 39. He's going to be 40 soon. This is an
Right.
injury. Like, for his age, it's going to be it's going to be a lot harder to come back from
Yeah,
at
it's gonna
his
be-
age.
Exactly.
If there is a motherfucker out there that has the dog in him that can come back from an injury like this, as much as I, kind of hate the bastard because of his ego and he runs his mouth, he has backed it up, and it would not surprise me if he comes back from this. It really would not. That's just my 2 cents there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god, I almost won this fucking game, but it wasn't for a certain Stephon Diggs.
Yep, Stephon Diggs. You know that's Josh Allen's favorite toy.
No, I know. My goal was like, oh, you won. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. I'm like, dude, you have Stephon Diggs.
You have Stephon Diggs. You're fine. The guy's a cheat code.
I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, and Redson just completely cut the fuck out for a second.
And he just cut off.
Should have lost
Also,
his
put in
hand
the
over
private chat.
fist.
Look at what I put in private chat.
Hold on.
Chisel Adonis just got verified on Twitter. Game highlight and commentary on Elon Musk's stepchild. Let's go. Wow. But
maybe one of those things where he
Yeah.
comes out like Brady did and absolutely sucks ass.
oh man, but
And
yeah,
Helvis taking over this TSD channel. That's why he's in there.
oh great. Oh hell.
I didn't realize the freaking tits of the Swiss Alps were here.
Mhm. Anyway, talking about this matchup, I mean, number one, Pat Mahomes could have played better
Yeah, that was
Thursday
a rough
night.
game against.
Even look at the
That was
chat
a
during your
rough game
streams.
against Detroit. It was a
Yeah.
rough game against
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah, I mean,
I won't even begin to fucking try to hide that.
okay, well, I'm not going to hide anything. I'm just going to fucking spell it out. Mahomes got screwed by Kadarius Toney in that fucking football game. I mean, straight up. He tried to carry that team on his
I
back.
also learned my lesson. Never start Cam Akers. Never start Marvin Mims.
I wouldn't say that. Look, Cam Akers at least got you a touchdown. It's a hell of a lot better than T. Higgins did this week. And I had him in a separate fantasy league. That's another discussion. But DeAndre Swift, I mean, he's going to get his targets. He's going to get his opportunities. That game against New England was an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah,
You're real fuck up.
RB1 was fucking, what's it called? Apparently fucking Kenneth Gainwell.
You're real fuck up this week.
Kenneth
You started
Gainwell.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, fuck you, Musk. I ain't calling it X or Twitter. I'm going to call it a candy bar named Twix.
And I'm going to call you Tits.
Without a doubt, McGoat was saved this week by Stephon Diggs.
He was saved.
That is without a doubt what saved him. You were right. You only lost by 5 points, which is, it's not a bad loss.
It's not a bad loss, but it's so frustrating. But fuck.
Yeah, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. If Rodgers had actually played a full game, you would have fought.
Yeah. I'd like to highlight someone from my team that's not a quarterback in terms of MVP for my team. Jordan motherfucking Addison.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan fucking Addison. First game in the NFL. Gets his first touchdown. One projected at a 9.4, but we got 16.1.
Yeah. That's
my highlight right there.
Yeah, that's a damn good show.
Also, Jake Elliott. Also, goddamn Jake Elliott got nearly 10 more points than he was projected to have.
That's what happens when you get to kick 4
Holy
3-point
crap.
field goals in a football game. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, here's the thing that I noticed about Jake Elliott. He scored more points than any of your skill players this week.
Yeah,
He scored
yeah,
more
he did.
points than any of your goddamn skill players. What the fuck, man? That is
no. I
great
think
for
from a
Jake
goal, his
Elliott.
highlight-
If you had
I think
just had,
What's going? Also, the fact that Anthony fucking Richardson outplayed
you would have
Mahomes.
won.
What's going? Fucking honestly, from a goal, I think his MVP is very obvious who it is. It's Stephon Diggs. There's really no
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, yeah, Stephon Diggs is not.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the next matchup now. Actually, I'm gonna do something. Just a quick little.
Well, ooh, fancy. Yeah, look at this shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a transition.
Yeah, well, transition, huh? And then we got the game of the butt fucking.
So I'll give you one reason why Baltimore Blue Barracudas ran away with it this week.
Because they got rid of it.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, he's got the Cowboys defense. Oh yeah, that explains.
Cowboys hung 35 on this fucking
35 points.
Not to mention Ayuk coming out there hanging 32.9.
Yeah, no shit. Not to mention Brandon Ayuk and Mike Evans going off too. Holy shit.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
I mean, Mike Evans had a solid performance. Austin Eckler did really well.
All he needed to do as well was replace Salvon Ahmed with fucking Roshan Johnson.
I know.
Figure out how much of a fucking massacre that could have been.
Chance.
Also,
there was
replacing Baker Mayfield with Big Cock Brock would have helped him too, but I digress.
Yeah, I mean, let's just talk
Queso got
space here.
Queso got
Queso was not going to win this game. He got the ever-loving shit kicked out of him. There's no easy or nice way to put it. Like, some people competed worse. If he was playing up against a few other competitors on the scoreboards, he might have won this week, but this was just an absolute mauling.
Yeah. I think we know the MVP for Barracuda's team, right? I think it's very obvious.
The Dallas Cowboys defense, baby. The whole damn thing.
Cowboys defense.
MVP.
Like, shutting out Danny Dimes.
I'm going to laugh
They scored 2 touchdowns off 2 interceptions. Like, a block.
Actually, hold on. I can probably pull up the score somehow. I got to figure out how I can. I think it's like this. Yeah, right here.
Oh, my God.
2 interceptions. One fumble recovery. 7 sacks.
7 sacks. And they had a
block
2
kick.
defensive touchdowns, too. That also helped their cause.
Yeah, that's the defense by themselves scored 35. You are not going to beat. I don't care. Oh, you have a solid to mid-average performance, you win that game. The fact that happened, plus Ayuk, plus Austin Eckler, like it was an abundance of riches for the Barracudas.
And not only that, Mike
absolute
Evans, too.
travesty
for
Queso. And
I think
you cut
out again.
That is insanity, especially with how many teams are in this damn league.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just want to know, like, this is not fantasy related, but I did want to point it out. Carey Price has admitted that his playing days are most likely over.
Damn.
Somebody grab the taps.
So I get the taps. That. Also, I like how Dumpster Fire titled their stream tonight.
Okay, but let's talk about Queso here for a minute.
Yeah, Queso.
Looking at,
I don't think all of his players underperformed.
Yeah, I mean Russell Wilson actually did fine compared to his opponent.
Yeah, Russell Wilson did okay, but
here's the thing though.
The only one who exceeded expectations is the bank.
Here's the thing though, Doug.
The only one that exceeded Their expectations
yeah,
is the Bengals D, and they didn't exceed it by much.
Yeah, they only exceeded by 1 point. Let's go.
Yeah,
I like how
they
fucking.
did the bare minimum.
Also, the only thing I do like that I find funny is the fact that Russell Wilson lost by the same score he did in his fucking Broncos debut last season.
It's
It's that week
hilarious.
one
Man.
curse, man. Week one gets them all. I mean, if you're
I
Case,
swear,
you're just hoping that this
17
week
for
was an
Denver is
anomaly
like
for most of his
28-3 to
players.
Falcons fans.
Yeah,
28-3.
there's not much you can really take away from this that's positive. I would just reset and see what happens.
Yeah. Doug, could you please cue the little transition?
You got it. Hold on a second.
It's the last. It should be the
Go
last
now.
one.
Well, I barely walked though. That's the thing. Like that's just
All right.
And, all right. So now we have our next game. This is
This is
Keegan
more
and
of the
the man of
average.
tits.
40 charge.
Yeah.
This
This
is a
is
20
just
This is a 20-point blowout.
even with the Seahawks having -2 points, Halifax still blew them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm
that's
just gonna move my thing down here. And we can clearly see the story.
yeah.
Mhm.
I
And
mean,
like,
you look at
the
the
only real
lineup.
person on Halifax's team that really exceeded was fucking Raheem Mostert.
Front ball, so yes, I think so.
Raheem Mostert?
I mean,
No.
Yeah, Pittman
Yeah.
No,
Jr.
look at
did
Michael
really
Pittman
well.
Jr.
Oh,
Look at
never
his
mind.
fantasy.
I didn't see Pittman. Never mind.
Yeah, Pittman put up 23.7. That's a very good outing in any fantasy. That's where
That's a
won
very good
Halifax this week. There was, if it wasn't for that, it probably would be Keegan taking the W. Because
Right.
especially you look at the comparisons here, it's extremely top heavy for Halifax, right? Stafford put up
Right.
14, Mixon put up 10, Mostert 13, and it kind of goes down after Pittman, down to like 5 points for the kicker, -2 for Seattle. Whereas Keegan fucking had 14 on their defense, Bass at Buffalo put up 13 points, and Cousins did about 16 and a half, but everybody else just stunk.
What the fuck am I looking at in my Discord DMs right now? We got a trade. We got a trade.
What's going on?
Uh-oh, breaking news.
Yeah, put the transition back up.
Oh boy. Hold on.
So, this is what I got. Per sources, Billy and Fish, the two players that played each other in week 1, have made a trade.
Dude, it's not even my fault too. It's
The trade is Josh Dobbs for Taysom Hill.
doesn't want to play tank.
Wow.
It's so awful, and then it's just garbage players.
I believe, and I'm gonna check this real quick in the in the tools real quick. Let me trade review. Yep.
Did not want to play this game.
Oh, okay, it's not even in there yet. Billy, you gotta get your fucking.
Of Aaron being out for the season has actually ironically picked up the backup quarterback Zach Wilson off waivers.
Yeah, that was on emergency basis.
Yep.
It's fine. You don't need to
Because
play that.
what's it called? Fucking. Oh, it's actually a lot better. All right, so where is the where the fuck is it? It's we were just looking at it. What was it? What match were we just looking at?
We are currently on Halifax versus Waukegan Lightning.
Last one we saw was Helvin Keegan.
Yeah.
All right, Calvin Keegan. Okay, let me just do this.
I'm just pointing out team names. It's much easier for me on my setup.
No, I know. I'm just trying to fucking figure it out because I know
They have some technical difficulties, folks.
Okay, well, while you're figuring that out, I can talk a little more about the game if you wish, the matchup. Overall,
I think we just got done Keegan and Halifax, right?
Yeah, we're actually
Yep.
still on that. I mean,
Yep,
if
Keegan
you
and
want to
Hal.
break it down a little more, I can. But basically, if you're Keegan, you're looking at this week and just kind of hoping, kind of like the last matchup where a lot of your skill position players really didn't do much of anything. You're hoping that it's just a week 1 anomaly and they're able to get their shit together. a couple of these guys could do a lot better. I mean, like Lauren in Washington, he could probably do more. Johnson in Pittsburgh, he could do more. Granted, his running backs are not exactly, they're not bell cows. They're not going to be getting a lot of carries, so he's got to kind of make chickens out of chicken shit there. But I mean, overall, you're just hoping, okay, let's recycle and see what we can do next week. If there's anybody on waivers that is available, and that's in the running back department that had a bust out week this week, which honestly I don't think there really was.
Let me check his
Maybe
bench real
consider
quick
that.
too. Oh yeah, I know his backup running back was fucking Hassan Haskins, and he didn't even fucking see the field.
The back's coming along nicely.
Oh yeah. All right. Cue the transition.
I don't want to add a video clip, God.
All right, next game we got is True Blues in Pottsville.
Bro.
And this was a relatively close game, not as close as some of the other ones. True Blues was able to pull up the W. But I mean, we had kind of a battle of mid here, to be completely honest. It was. There's not. I mean, looking at the individual performances, there's not a lot of stand. Start Jalen Hurts over Garoppolo, but Garoppolo would have netted him a crucial.
Yeah, Garoppolo. If you remember, he left the game at one point because of injury.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, this is all hindsight being 2020, right?
Right.
Connor in Arizona got 12 points, whereas his counterpart Reynolds didn't even touch the ball. Dallas Goddard didn't do anything this week. True Blues' defense was Washington. They got him 12 points. Sanders, their kicker in Miami, he had a total of 14, going 3 for 3 and 3 out of 4 on extra points. So I mean, that kicker was busy, very fucking busy. Those two right there propelled him to the win.
Okay, so 1 second, as I just got this in from Dove Kleiman. If he's looking for Keegan, if he's looking for a running back on the market, may I suggest a running back that's coming back after 3 years? Tariq Cohen.
Wait, what? He's still in the league?
He came back after 3 years and is going to the Carolina Panthers.
Okay. I mean, sure. Yeah, that doesn't really give me a ton of hope. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a tough spot being in a league this big.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is, especially as a fucking running back.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say there's not much else really to. If you're looking at Pottsville, it kind of comes down to just like, okay, what could have been done differently?
Well, I didn't realize what we were talking about. Anyway, for me, honestly, nobody really stands out from either side other than obviously maybe, I don't know, maybe Jason Sanders or the Commanders defense, but I don't really see anybody that stands out really for both sides. So they all kind of either played really well or they did shit. I don't really know what I was expecting.
It really was kind of a battle in mid.
Yeah. Transition.
Hold on.
No, she already given up the endeavor.
And next one we got is Weezer and Jarrett. I gotta put that up more. Fuck. Okay.
This was a pretty damn good matchup.
Yeah,
it was.
So both teams, pretty good on high scoring. Both. And by the way, right, if you thought that last game had a really shitty score, you haven't seen anything yet. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, no, I went through all the scores earlier today so I can kind of prepare for this, and let me tell you, I was fucking laughing. I was like, holy shit.
We'll get to the shit one in a little while, but this game was actually, out of all of them, this one actually compared pretty damn good.
They are all on me. I was at the.
Yeah, Doug. I mean, how do you feel about this one, man?
She just threw her life away.
Yeah, that game looks absolutely fantastic. Because because Christian McCaffrey was definitely the big star. The Steelers defense couldn't do shit against him.
Also, hold up.
Tyreek
Hill.
Look at Tyreek Hill. Despite being on the losing team, Tyreek Hill managed to get 44 and a half points for Jared here. God damn.
God fucking damn.
In that lineup, Tyreek Hill takes he made up half of the goddamn points for the whole team this week. That's how important he fucking was. He almost made up
215 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 receptions. Keep in mind, you get a point for each reception and a tenth of a point for every yard that goes along with it.
Yep.
And my goodness, Tyreek Hill, he is gone. Yeah. He went ham in that win against the Chargers.
Honestly, and I'm willing to do this. He is the league MVP for the week.
Yeah, I can't. MVP. I can't imagine anybody else.
A close second would be Dallas's defense. A close second would definitely be Dallas's defense.
Absolutely.
But Tyreek takes the fucking cake this week.
Absolutely. I mean, if your team damn Schroeder, you can't be. You're probably pretty bummed out.
You get bummed out from the loss, yes, but fucking Tyreek, man, that's gonna get you far.
Mm-hmm.
With the right fucking moves, that man's gonna get you far.
If it wasn't for Drake London not showing up or Michael Gallup, you totally could have won this. You totally could have won this game. Oh yeah, and Lamar Jackson focused on everybody but himself.
Yeah.
So,
well, he has CJ Stroud too. He literally has CJ Stroud. I'm surprised he didn't fucking put.
Yeah, I mean.
Also, I think it's funny. Also, I do think it's funny though that Christian McCaffrey got the same points as the Texans-Ravens game.
That is nice.
That's true. I mean, if you're Team Dan Schroeder in this situation, you gotta hope and pray this is kind of a fluke. I mean, CJ Stroud did for a rookie starter against Baltimore. You couldn't ask much more out of him. So
Anthony Richardson, which I have. I think out of the 3 first-round quarterbacks, I think Anthony Richardson was the best.
Yeah, and I mean, you had the Green Bay defense working for him as well, and Sanders with Carolina did fairly well. If I
Red keeps cutting out, like in and out, right fighting motherfucking center.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Poor Red. Rip Red.
Darn.
That'd be where I start with him.
Well, you cut out bad, so.
All right,
I don't know if you were talking the whole time. All right, Doc.
Yeah, I could.
I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna go laugh my ass off.
All right, have a good night, man.
All right, good night, Doc.
All right, illogical, just you and me, boy.
Yeah. What the preview?
Yeah, I mean, let me point one thing out though.
Go ahead. If you want to point something out, go ahead. You got the floor.
What?
Make sure your mic doesn't fucking cut out.
Sorry about that, man. I'm flipping between screens on my phone, so I'm trying my best. Okay. But anyway, Mac Jones this week for New England, fucking stellar compared to Trevor Lawrence in Indianapolis, which was surprising.
What did he have back on his bench? He did, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he did really damn good. I mean, this was one quarterback swap away from being a relatively close game to a goddamn blowout. I mean,
yeah,
not much else really to say there.
There really is nothing to say on that. Move on. Oh, what did I just do?
You did the transition.
That is not what I wanted to do. No, No, not the transition. The transition is what I wanted to do, but I did not want to push that. I want to push on this. There we go.
There we go. Well, this was a game.
Yeah. This was
One
a game.
of the games of all time.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do we start here? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Where do you fucking start with this?
Well, first let's start looking at the positives. Deshaun Watson hung up 20.66 on Cincinnati this week. So right away, that's a pretty strong start. Ridley in Jacksonville put up 24. Collins in Houston put up 14. Robinson in Atlanta put up 20. I mean, those four performances right there make up around 80, 85 points. So you can afford to have a weak performance from White, from Pickens, from Andrews, and your defense and kicker kind of take care of themselves.
Yeah, Andrews wasn't even projected to score anything. Was he out? Did he play this week? No, he didn't. He didn't even fucking play this week.
Tight end. He's got to find a tight end that's reliable. There's nobody on his bench that could have helped him out.
It's all either wide receiver or running back. With the one goddamn quarterback he has on there, it's Ryan Tannehill. It's like
he did his part.
Yeah, he did his part.
Now, as for Dan Gano, god damn.
Yeah. Yikes. At least Darnell Mooney did good. He had two players go fucking blank. Boswell botched. Panthers did alright for expectations. Mooney did good. Godwin did good. ETN was fucking brilliant. Fields was mid as always.
Yeah, this was just poor roster management by Dan Gano. He probably wouldn't have won, but he would have been a lot closer than what this result was. This is a 30-point nothing from him. If he had thrown in Moore and Warren and Gainwell, he probably would have had a chance.
Oh, absolutely. He absolutely would have done that, but at the end of the fucking day, I mean, you can't fix dumb shit like that.
No, sometimes you just can't fix stupid decisions. But this next one's next one, I'm already looking at it. This is going to be
let me do this transition. Let's get right into that.
Yeah, here we go. Face version of the trash can, folks.
Yeah, so welcome to
welcome to hell.
I gotta show that score. Hold on. Welcome to the epitome of bullshit.
Yeah. First off,
the lowest scoring game of this entire fucking season so far in the fantasy league. The lowest scoring game.
This was just pathetic. I'm just gonna be straight up. On both sides, this is pathetic. Yeah, Voltic got the win, but god damn it, dude. What the fuck? Sam Darnold. Negative -0.2. Your quarterback.
1, 2. Technically 3 players went fucking blank slates.
Right? He could have blown this some bitch out. He had J.K. Dobbins on the bench. Yeah, he tore his Achilles, but before then he got 22 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers at 29.1. He had Kyron Williams at 17.4. Oh, God.
Yeah, this could have been a fucking blowout, and instead he just look
at Sarah. Look at Sarah's team. 12 points with Dustin Hopkins. 15.18 points with fucking Sam Howell. Actually, Jacksonville did pretty good, so I'm not going to change that. But the fact that this could have been a lot better.
Yeah. How much of this is just bad luck, and how much of this is poor roster management, do you think?
Both teams need to figure their shit out badly. Because
Yeah,
remember,
I mean,
relegation's always on the line. Bottom 4 teams go to the division to the tier 2 sleeper league.
yeah. I mean, let me also point this out. I'm not going to talk about the quarterback situation for 2 reasons. Number one, Sam Donald's a bench quarterback. He's not even fucking playing. Okay. 2, Joe Burrow just left his shit at home after being off the whole preseason.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, you know,
Like Joe Burrow literally just left his shit at home and he's like, I'm already here and I don't want to drive back because it's too far, but I'm here. So I guess I have to play. And I've done that before too with youth soccer. I've done that before.
yeah, there ain't much else really to pull from that. It's like ripping teeth out. So let's move on.
Yeah. Let me just put that let me just do the traditional I set up, get that going, get this up. And
Yeah, this was an ugly one, but at least there was points.
I gotta show the score.
Yeah, Krios, a respectable outing, very respectable. Herbert came out
Yeah.
with about 21.
A
Derrick Henry, of
56
course.
point fucking blowout.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised at how well Samaj P. grinded in Denver this week.
Yeah.
41 yards, enough touches, got him 11.8. I mean, that's a very
The
respectable
fact that
outing in Denver.
Antonio Gibson didn't even get a point. He got just under a point.
Yeah, 9 yards in a fumble will kill you there. That's all
Yeah.
that is. And then
And Josh
Josh
Allen
Allen.
Josh Allen doing fuck all did not help matters either.
I mean, he was certainly serving up a lot of turnovers to the Jets defense.
No,
He
it
was
was all
making
the
Jameis
one
Winston
guy. It was all
blush.
like Jordan Whitehead.
He was making Jameis Winston blush, man. There was 3 interceptions thrown. I know
Making Jameis
that
Winston
Jets
blush.
defense is something else, but god damn, Josh Allen, I thought he was better than that. He needs to be
Yeah.
if he's going to be an elite quarterback, he's got to find a way around that shit, man. That damages his stock a lot, in my opinion. I don't care who he's playing against. You throw
Oh,
3 picks.
absolutely.
1, I can understand. 2, okay, you're starting to test me. 3, okay, motherfucker, we need to talk.
Also, the fact that Hunter Henry could have been playing for Krios and he plays fucking David Njoku. And also the fact he has a fucking free agent running back in his fucking bench.
Yeah, I don't know what the logic is. Like, is there no other running backs playing this week that are
Also,
available on
look at
waivers?
this. Look at this. 24-4 for Ty Algier. And instead she starts Kenneth Walker and Antonio fucking Gibson. Man had more points. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Man had double the points between both starting running backs combined.
I mean, how much of that do you want to think is just the fact that Algier plays for Atlanta? Do you think there was that bias that went into that decision for the roster? I've seen it happen. I've been guilty of it. It was against Carolina. Carolina doesn't have much of a fucking defense. Like, I would have started that guy, but you know, you would have gotten at least 20. You might not have won, but I mean, it wouldn't be as bad as this. This is pretty fucking bad.
Right, it absolutely is. It's so bad.
That's all I'm gonna say there.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just fucking thinking to myself of why the fuck I made this league in the first place.
Well, it is fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right.
we'll
Next
definitely
one.
need to take some lessons learned.
All right. This one was the highest scoring game, I think, of the week.
I don't know about highest scoring. I mean,
In terms of
145 to
combined points
98.
from both teams.
Yeah, but you still you take a look at the second.
I mean, like in terms of like both teams getting over 100 points, this one had probably the most fight because both teams were super close. Both teams, actually gave us a good game.
Yeah, this was actually. I mean, overall, all the right players were on the roster for this one. It looks.
All right. But like honestly though, for P Dog, he had a lot of players go and do the right thing.
Here's
I
the
don't know how.
issue.
I don't know how the hell he won though.
I can tell you exactly.
Well, go ahead.
That's it. That was the
I
difference right there.
I didn't hear you because you cut
Sorry.
out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what the difference makers were for this week for him. Tagovailoa hanging up 27.14, and St. Brown in Detroit putting up 19.1.
And
That was the
Romeo
key right there.
Dubes. Romeo
Yeah,
Dubes
and
too made a
dudes.
good difference. 18.6.
But big but here. Dak Prescott only put up 6 points. Very, very underwhelming. There was a
Oh yeah.
way that Ray Earth could have countered this, though.
I mean, not like he would have got much more if he put in Kenny Pickett, but yeah, fair point.
You could have got, if you had put in Shaheed from New Orleans or Kelly from Los Angeles, Ray Earth wins this game.
Yeah.
Period.
Shaheed, yeah. Maybe now Ravens defense got 2 more points than Texans.
Yeah, one substitution was the key. Was the
Maybe
difference
even
here.
Kyrie Fairbairn, the kicker, could have been put in there as well.
Fairburn,
It's 2 more
there's
points.
not
I mean,
enough
points are
around.
points.
Yeah, but I'm talking about one key substitution is what I mean.
Oh
Here.
yeah, but that definitely would have
If you
been
had flexed,
Shaheed.
if you had flexed out Reed and put in Shaheed, Ray Earth wins this game because that is a 13-point swing, and that would have put him above.
Score right here, by the way, 112 to 105.
Yeah, I mean it could have been one substitution at flex. That's all it takes to win or lose a game.
Oh yeah, at that point, that's all you need.
Yeah,
And
that's what
then
it
the
takes.
last game, which I gotta get that card up. Nope. And there we are, the final game of this week, and we can just go over week 2 right afterwards. This
It's an
game was,
underwhelming finish.
yeah,
just underwhelming, very underwhelming. I mean, goddamn. Let's point out the obvious. Danny Dimes absolutely dropped the ball here. That's what killed him.
I like how Dak Prescott only got just about 2 more points than him, despite getting blowing
I'm sorry.
the fuck out.
I'm sorry. I need to correct myself. Danny Dimes and T. Higgins dropped the ball for him this week. If those two had actually played well, this would be a different story.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, and this is a fucking case where teams just did not fucking do well at all. Like, okay, say you want about fucking. Let's go. Look at the Dolphins defense did so shit despite winning the game. Bucker did good. Kirk fucking flopped. DJ Moore fucking flopped. Chubb did good. Pollard did amazing.
Miami cost Matt Fresh's ass this week.
Also, I want to point out if Billy puts the fucking Jets defense instead of Kansas City's, he wins that game. There's a good chance he wins that.
Well, he would have needed that and probably a little more help.
That and putting in maybe Alan Lazard for
he would have needed some help. Anybody.
Well, again, you cut out. So again, we have to wait for your mic to get back.
Sorry, I'm trying to follow along on my phone. That's why I keep cutting out. But anyway, Yeah, you could slide in for the Titans here. You could have slotted in your Giants defense, or sorry, the Jets defense. That could have been a 20-point swing right there. So that would have actually been pretty close. Then at that point, you look for Lazard. You look for any other person on the bench to go into a flex spot to get T. Higgins out. And then you get a close win, but a win nonetheless.
Right. I mean, it's safe to say that this week was just an utter shit show.
There was some good and there was some really bad. Like a couple of games were really goddamn competitive, really close. They had all the star power.
Yeah.
Some of these other ones are just.
All right. So we do have standings up. I'm gonna try to make sure that fits onto the screen. And hold on, I gotta probably that should probably work once I do that. There we go. Yep. All right. Perfect. I need to lower it just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. There are your standings so far. So I'll zoom in. Actually, what I'll do is I can zoom in at each division.
Yeah, that would help me out a little bit.
All right. This is D1 right here.
Yep. Keep in mind, I mean, we're kind of starting off. This is after one game. Everybody's going to separate.
Oh yeah. So we're just a quick little throw around, and looks like so far, I mean, D1 and D3 are the weaker divisions so far. Kind of just because of how everyone played. Ironic. Yeah, I know. But there's a lot to really kind of unpack with this. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, let me jump in on my screen. Okay, let's start with Division 1, and we kind of go from there, okay?
All right, just give me 1 second. I can put it back up. Billy's being a complete dumb fuck in my Discord. All right. D1's up for you.
Right. So when we're talking about these divisions for the first week, I think it's best just to kind of look at points for and points allowed, because ultimately the record.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it doesn't show that.
It does on my phone. You can scroll it around, and you can. Yeah, I can see it on my phone because you can scroll it. So I can kind of go through it. So starting at Division 1, first off, out of everybody this week, like we thought, Baltimore Blue was the team that did the absolute best, scoring 145 points this week. So top dogs all around. In my opinion, they're probably the top team in the entire league this week. But getting back to just strictly Division 1, Weezer Hedgehogs, they allow their opponents scored 98 on them, but they were able to score 114. That's what got the dub there. That's a pretty goddamn solid performance. Pretty weak compared to Weezer this week.
Yeah.
Halifax, illogical. Sorry, buddy.
No, I know.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's bad. In a 20-team league, if you're scoring more than 90, it's a good week. But
I got close. I was at 89, so I'll take 89. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. You got close, but I mean, just look at it. It's
if only
not
fucking
too
Xavier
good.
Gibson didn't fucking bring that fucking punt back for a touchdown, I would have fucking probably had a chance.
Well, maybe, but should, could, would is like assholes. Everybody has one.
All right, sliding over to D2.
Yep. So this is Baltimore's division to lose at this point. 145 points for. That's an insane, ungodly amount in a league that has as many teams as this. But Team Puzzle and Magic Knight did extremely well. The only reason why Magic Knight is considered lower is because they gave up more points than Puzzle and Magot.
Right.
That is the key. And then Queso's kind of living in the basement, but Queso didn't perform nearly as bad as some of these others.
Yeah. Let me say this though. Say what you want about my playoff percentage, but at least it's not this.
Pretty goddamn rough.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking rough. I mean, hang on, I gotta fix my.
It's D3, by the way.
I mean, this is pretty goddamn bad.
Oh yeah.
D3 is kind of the basement compared to everybody else. I mean, it's it's almost like nobody wants to win. So we had just kind of crammed all the losers into the corner and told them to think about what they've done. That's pretty much this division right here. I mean, the top team, Mad Fresh, is only at 82 points scored this past week. Everybody else is less than that. Fucking Titans didn't even crack 60. They got approximately 59.26. That is egregious. Absolutely egregious. God, I mean, just look at that. Just make you sick. Let's pick something else.
Wait a minute. Wait, I gotta. Oh my God, I found it. Oh my God. That's for playoff percentage right there. The one I highlighted.
Yep. Well, at least they're here.
At least they're here.
At least they're here. You know, free win every week, everybody. I don't know.
I know, right?
The Sarah's Giants look really squirmy right now.
No, I know. It's just so bad.
Well, the key takeaways from the league standings currently: Division 2 is an absolute fucking bloodbath. I mean, if you win that division, you might win the whole damn thing. I feel like it this early on. It's too early to tell.
Bloodbath right now, and that's Actually, there is point totals right here. Actually, I didn't see the season stats.
Yeah, the computer layout's set up differently than what I'm looking at. You're looking at playoff percentages. I'm looking at actual how many points they put up.
No, because they kind of separated off into season stats. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, that's okay. That's weird. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. You get to be up on Sarah's Giants next week. Speaking of which, well, we figure this out because I'm just trying to fucking figure something out. Let's look at the week 2 matchups. I gotta find a way to get that scoreboard. I think that's the way to do it, right? Yep, week 2. There we go. So I'm just gonna kind of zoom in like that. So first off, I get to fucking beat the shit out of Billy.
Potentially, you're currently projected to be losing that one.
Yeah, Billy was projected to be winning that week 1 as well. Let's keep that in mind.
And let's figure out why that is. Look at your roster.
I'll get to that in a minute because I got this game. Oh God, Keegan's probably gonna die here in this game. It gets like Queso.
Queso is going to be. I mean, a lot of those players this week were really just having a bad time. I do not think that it's going to be that much.
I think it's going to be probably more like, hey, I'm probably going to put up 100, and that'll be all, folks. That'll be just enough to win.
And then this game is looking very close right now between Baltimore and True Blues. Only a 5-point rejection.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, while your mic cuts out for the 69th time.
Sorry. All right.
Not your fault, dude. Not your fault.
I'm digging into the roster here real quick, trying to see who has the edge. Yeah, I honestly still like Baltimore. Some of their top players, like fucking Mike Evans, will be playing against Chicago, who just got absolutely bitch slapped by Green Bay. He could be putting up quite a few numbers there. Baker Mayfield could put up some numbers there on against their defense. Um, I think that could be a key difference there. But obviously, when you're projecting points of fantasy, anything closer than 5 or 6, it's going to be a really tough sell.
Next one we got is Halifax and Dan. That one's gonna be a little bit of a looser game, I guess, in projection because Jared's supposed to win that one.
Yeah, I think Dan Schroeder is going to have a pretty good chance to win that game. Halifax kind of really struggled last week overall, so unless barring a trade that brings in a lot of talent for Halifax, it's not going to be a close one. I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah. And then this one, Pottsville and Puzzle.
Both are projected to be over 100, so in theory it could go either way. But Puzzle was really dominant the first week, so I'm gonna stick with Puzzle with the projections. I think they're gonna get this one right.
Yeah. Weezer and Voltic is looking like to be meh.
Voltic is in deep trouble. Voltic's one of those teams. It's like, are they actually gonna win a game? I don't know. Probably not, but we'll have to see. Weezer gets a free win this week.
Probably, yeah. Twin and Krios are going at it. 4-point separate the two, which is actually pretty good.
Not much. Yeah, not much here. I'm gonna dig into that roster. Hold on a second.
I feel like Dan's gonna get fucking clapped. Clapped, beat down, pimp smacked, right back to reality.
Let's see here. So, looking at the matchups here for this game, you got Justin Fields against Justin Herbert.
Well, I mean, I think we
That
already figured out that matchup winner.
Yeah, Fields going up against Tampa Bay, Herbert going up against Tennessee. That could kind of be a toss up. Both could be high scoring or both could suck. But I think a good difference here for this one is going to be Derrick Henry factor going up against the Chargers. He could get shut down while Travis Etienne Jr. in Kansas City could go off against defense last week. It could be Etienne's week, and that could propel Dan forward, but it's going to be kind of a mixed bag there. Only other advantage, I mean, literally a lot of these games have players going up against each other in real life. I mean, both defenses are going up against each other in this game. So I think this could be, like it says here, really close, but I think Dan's going to pull it out just barely.
Right. Then, I mean, do we just get Pete out to win now?
Sarah's Giants. I'm sorry. You guys are trash. Let's move on.
Into the den and fish.
Into the den and fish. Neither team is really all that good. I mean, Into the Den is at the bottom of Division 1. Fish is at the top of Division, what was it, 3?
I figure it was 3, yeah.
Yeah, and both are not exactly very strong in any respect. So I'm not going to make a pick here. We're going to kind of see if anybody has a breakout week. It's going to be close.
Got Cop and Goat.
The Goat's going to have to make something happen with quarterback. I know he just picked up Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
That could either make or break his season, to be honest, because you're sending in Zach Wilson, who arguably was fine. He was fine last week. On Monday. That's the best I could say about it. He didn't make too many mistakes.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be close.
Yeah, that one will be close one. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. We do have an interview for you, Red. I'll let you conduct this one while I go to the back room. Um, Fireball is here joining us on the show, so I'll let you two get acquainted while I just in the
Oh
back.
God, we are very well acquainted already. Well, Fireball, welcome to the Red interview. You're on the hot seat. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what would you like to ask first?
Well, first off, I mean, how you doing? You good?
I was in the middle of homework, but I decided to take a couple of minutes out and to be
Oh,
interviewed.
good for you. What homework was it?
Physics.
Fuck physics. I hate physics. Stop telling me why I'm so damn fat. I don't need you to remind me. Thank you. So, how do you feel going into this week against Team Puzzle? I mean, your overall roster looks on paper pretty decent, but
Yeah, but the big
I mean,
problem is that looking at my roster as a whole, I do not have much depth. I do not have much depth, especially in the skill positions.
let's be honest. It's a 20 team. It's a 20 team fucking fantasy league. There's not going to be a lot of depth anywhere. But the key is, how are you going to overcome the lack of depth? I mean, what's going to be your plan? Are you going to actually in your starting running back position? Are you going to try to find somebody off of waivers? You going to try to take a risk with a bench player? What do you want to do?
My initial thoughts was to try and get someone off of waivers, but considering again that there's since this is a 20-team league and talent is going to be very scarce, as scarce as water in the Sahara Desert, it's going to be I might have to I'm not saying that I'm going to absolutely do so, but I'm not saying I will trade him, but I'm saying that I might, if the season continues with more losses, I might consider putting Hurts on the trading block. But I'm not confident about doing that just yet.
So that is a interesting proposal.
Again, that's not going to be a thing that I'm going to think about until midway through the season. If I'm still doing bad then that's kind of thing where I'm going to start thinking about it, because I'm not concerned about skill positions.
So what you lack in the skill positions, you're making up for in quarterback. I mean, you got Hurts, but you also got Garoppolo. You got Garoppolo, and you don't necessarily have to trade Hurts to get somebody just to play running back that actually scores you points. I mean, there are more than a couple of teams in this league who would kill to have even Jimmy Garoppolo on their team. And I think they would have a running back they'd be happy to part ways with on. This is not me trying to give you advice. This is just an outside observation. I don't think you need to necessarily give up Hurts. And I'm not saying you necessarily have to pull a trigger like that right now. I mean,
I look at their bye weeks. Pulling the trigger right now. Is what I was.
You look at the bye weeks of both players, and you got to make up your mind. I mean, the trade deadline what, week 8?
There's Garoppolo is projected. Yeah, actually, I think I am going to shop Garoppolo around right now, because
there you go.
If
you are able to land yourself a competent running back for Jimmy Garoppolo, which I think is more than a fair trade, you could probably nab somebody half decent from a team that may have a running back, may have a little bit of depth at running back, but absolutely is fucked on quarterback. You would probably be in a much better position, in my opinion. But let me ask you.
My question would be, I'm going to have to start looking, is there a team in this league that fits that exact description?
Well, that's going to be up to you. I'm not your executive manager. I'm just a fucking analyst over here. You got to do the work. I'm just telling you what I feel like would be best.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to just say fuck Jalen Hurts and just go and balls deep, probably trade with anybody.
I'm an Eagles fan. I can't say that.
I was
But
half tempted to say fuck Joe Burrow after Sunday's game against the Browns, but I understand he was off all preseason. So
it's a thing of can I have to balance. I've always struggled in fantasy leagues to balance out patience with missing opportunities.
right, but there is no patience when it comes to a player that's not going to get you any points and a player that could potentially get you points. So why would you have any patience?
Fair enough.
You know, I mean, again, on the outside looking in, if I'm going to be a dominant player in a league and I realize that there is no opportunities with a player on my roster, I'm not going to trade. I'm going to trade somebody that somebody else will need just so I can get somebody that I need. You know, it's worth sacrificing a player to try to shore up the rest of your team. You're one of the rare teams in this league that actually has two decent quarterbacks. So you need to take full advantage of that. You're not going to win every week. You need to strategize how you're going to win and putting out the best possible team you can, though.
It's definitely going to be, yeah, I think my plan going forward at this point is shop Garoppolo around and then pick up probably cheap QB off of waivers.
Well, yeah, I would go ahead and do that. If that's going to be your plan. I know, like we were talking about at the top of the show, a goat went ahead and picked up Zach Wilson from waivers after losing Aaron Rodgers for the season with the torn Achilles. There's not too many other options out there at the moment. You're probably going to be better off kind of waiting out to see if another quarterback drops. I'm sad to say. You know, timing is everything too. If you don't have something you look at, I would recommend if I was in your position, look at the next 4 or 5 games ahead of you against guys you're going to be playing against. See what their roster's looking like right now and make a determination. Am I going to win a majority of these games? The answer is yes. Maybe wait to pull the trigger. If the answer is no, what the hell do you got to lose? 5 games? Pull the trigger.
Okay, I guess I have a question that it's more not a question towards you, but a general question. Why the fuck is Ben Roethlisberger a free agent in this league?
I don't even know the answer to that question. I don't even know the answer to that
He's
question.
not even listed as a free agent. He's listed as a Pittsburgh quarterback.
Wow. I guess maybe he's still technically getting paid by Pittsburgh. So
Maybe.
he's technically under contract, but he's listed as retired. I don't know.
Wait. Oh, never mind. That's Matt Corral.
Or is it his evil twin brother? Which, if there is an evil twin Ben Roethlisberger, we got a lot more fucking problems in this world.
Man, evil Ben Roethlisberger be like, I respect women.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up and get out of here! Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
now we're into territory. That's classic Fireball.
That's where I'm going to stop. That's where I'm going to stop.
Classic Fireball.
Well, Fireball, thanks for joining us anyway. You got anything to say before you sign off?
Nothing really. Just
or maybe
the Cardinals are the false
maybe
winners.
Call your opponent.
The real Pottsville was the real winner of the 25 championship. Go fuck yourself. Dina.
Can't even insult his opponent properly. Jesus fucking Christ!
It is 9 p.m. and I was just, you know what? Listen here, you. I'm not going to take the opinions of someone who lives in fucking Ohio.
First on the moon, bitch. Home Neil Armstrong, get out of my face. Home of Pottsville as well, I'm pretty sure. Is that right?
Huh?
Yeah, Pottsville. No, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, I think it is.
Oh, I thought it was Pottsville, Ohio for a minute.
It was Pottsville.
I retract that last statement.
All right. Well, Fireball, thank you for coming on, and we'll let you get back to your fucking physics homework. The next one we have We're gonna try to get by these quickly because I know you have shit to do outside. We'll try to keep these quick. We got 2 more. Next person is Sarah.
Oh no, Sarah, you with us?
Yeah, we are.
What happened?
What the fuck is the Canadian man doing?
I don't know. What happened?
Yeah, no, it was just an all-around stinker of a week.
You think?
I mean, you win some, you
I'm
lose
not
some.
into beating people while they're down, but fuck, dude, fuck.
You win some, you lose some. I didn't expect things to go that badly. I mean, I knew he was starting Darnold. He was starting an injured player and a suspended player, so I'm like, okay, so I'll probably can still win the week even if things hit the fan. And then that Thursday night game happened where I had a combined 1.5 points between fucking Tony and Sky Moore. So I'm like, uh-oh. But I'm like, I was looking at the rest of it. I'm like, I can still do well. And then the season kicked off. I ended up passing out, and then I woke up for the Sunday night game, and I was seeing what was happening, and I saw the fuck happened with Burrow and the other players on my team. I'm like, what the fuck happened? So I needed Barkley and Cooks to go off, and then they were just that atrocious of a Sunday night game happened.
Yeah. You caught all of the bad shit. You had Kadarius Stonehands Tony. You had a rusty Joe Burrow. You had a shutdown Saquon.
I mean, Saquon wasn't
and,
fully shut down. He still had 50 yards, but
yeah, but he wasn't gonna win you the game.
no,
It's just as simple as that. Like
not on a wet field.
I mean, Voltic only put up 64. If Burrow had just shown up for the game like he was supposed to, you probably could have won. But that's the salty Bengals fans saying the same thing, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Now, what would be your plan going into next week? What is your strategy?
Obviously, I'm at the bottom of the barrel of the league right now. So lucky for that. That means I get first dibs on the waiver wire.
There you go.
So I can I definitely could. I'm just gonna be making some stuff, some changes bench wise. Obviously, I'm keeping Evan Engram because he's gonna be the starting tight end, but I'm probably gonna. It's the story in Seattle where they just don't use their tight ends, so I'm getting rid of Noah Fant. I'm getting rid of one of those 2 KC wide receivers, which is probably going to be Tony. Yeah, I'm getting rid of Tony.
Really?
And I'm removing because Zach Moss is supposed to come back into play this week, possibly. And he's probably going to be the number 1 guy alongside Deion Jackson while the whole Jonathan Taylor shit happens. And I mean, Moss did well when Taylor got hurt last year. So he's going to be my running back too. So that essentially, and I'm still expecting, because I picked him up, because I know Miami released him and he was signed to Minnesota. He was elevated to the active squad, but now he's on their 53 man. I did sign Gaskin on the bench for depth because outside of that, because they released Dalvin Cook, Madison's the starting guy now, but Madison is a running back where I'm not necessarily sure for long periods of time he can be your go-to guy. And I know Gaskin has
done decent in his career in Miami, so he's probably fighting for a backup spot. He could possibly take the starting spot, so that's something I'm going to be keeping my eye on. If I don't see much out of him, then he's going to be hitting the free agency in a couple of weeks. But I'm going to be dropping Charbonnet, actually. And I know I'm obviously keeping Burrow. I've been getting some offers for people that want backup quarterbacks for Sam Howell, who I have on my bench, who is probably in a 20-team league, probably one of the better backup options.
I'm going to be straight up with you.
That you can get
you're
with
looking
that.
at you're looking at your other wide receivers you actually played this week. He's the only one that actually did anything significant. I'm sorry, Howell's the quarterback. My bad. Howell's the quarterback. I'm fucking
I'm saying I've received some interest in Howell from teams around the league as a backup quarterback, which it's a 20-team league. Howell's probably one of the better options that a team could have as a backup quarterback, and I do have that leverage there. Obviously, which now it seems like Renfro is going to be heading down the depth chart. I ended up going for receivers too late that I ended up drafting a bunch of wide receivers, 3s and 4s, some low 2s.
Yeah.
So I might use Howell to try to get myself some help at the wide receiver position.
I mean, I'm not going to get
a wide receiver 1 for Howell. I know that, but if I'm able to get myself a solid wide receiver 2 to be my wide receiver 1, then
maybe
I might be fine. Well, I think my running back situation isn't the worst for right now. It all depends on if Zach Moss plays.
Okay.
And if he does play, then it shouldn't be that bad. And I'm still waiting to see, obviously, what happens with Gaskin, which I expect him to probably take the backup spot and probably be used in the Minnesota offense, which having a running back room of Barkley, Moss, and Gaskin isn't the worst on paper.
No, it really isn't, especially in the league as deep as this one. It's definitely not a bad combo. So, I mean, I don't really have anything else for you. Like you said, you're bottom of the barrel after this week. You can really only go up from here. You can't get much worse. I do wish you the best of luck going the rest of the way. And for God's sake, find some fucking skill players.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find some help at wide receiver. That's the main thing.
911.
That's the main thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work out some stuff with Billy and some other teams.
What's the wide receiver 911 phone number? 1-800 rent a wide receiver. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it was good talking to you. Good luck.
Good luck. All right, and the next motherfucker we have in here is some Walmart beta male bitch. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna beat your asses.
No.
Whatever.
Work at Wally World.
Hey, at least the pay is good, and I could get some stuff.
Well, at the end of the day, you make a buck to spend a buck. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Anyway, so how do you feel after week 1?
Well, kind of feel like punching myself in the fucking face because I could have started Lazar, I could have started the Jets defense, and I could start Jake Moody, and I would have won that fucking game. But I also want to make an announcement. So for 2 of my home games, I'm going to be paying tribute to my dad's old fantasy football team, the Disciples, which is basically a team about Tenacious D. I mean,
interesting.
Yeah, that's basically going to be my throwback. What do you have?
It's actually interesting. I never heard of anybody in fantasy doing something like that before, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just kind of my only other question really is kind of the same as I've been asking everybody else. Is what's going to be your strategy going into week 2? What changes do you feel like need to be made? Are you considering maybe making a roster trade with anybody?
Well, I made a trade for like Taysom Hill in exchange for Josh Dobbs.
Right.
But Hyatt is gone, even though the Giants should have thrown the ball to him more. Jennings is gone. I'm going to be trying to get some waivers from the waivers wire. Even though Sarah's cucking me. But I've been nibbling at her heels for Sam Howell because I might flip Dobbs for Howell.
Well, let me ask you this: if she gives you Howell, how much are you willing to give up?
I'm willing to give up Dobbs and Lazard because I feel like Higgins is wideout number 2, in my fair opinion. And I have like Josh Palmer as like a backup, just in case if one of them goes on a bye. But just need some adjustments and everything. Just going to take time. But the Giants really need to improve their O-line and protect Danny Gerbs.
Yeah, I mean, New York teams seem to have a fucking problem with protecting their quarterback right now. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know if it's that damn fucking turf they put down. I don't know. It blows my ass away. Most important part of any football team is having a good O-line to protect the general of that team, which is the quarterback. And yeah, you can't get much worse than what happened in New York. At least the Jets won a game, but that's beside the point.
You're playing Arizona next week.
Well, they're an NFL team, so you can't look over them.
I know.
That's the best thing I can say. Yeah, absolutely, Billy. I mean, any other final thoughts you have this week about going into next week? Any trash talk you want to spit somebody's way, or I'll just kind of give you an open mic here to say whatever you fucking please.
3 things. I'm open for a trade. Mad Fresh, congratulations. Illogical. Well, you are nothing more than a fucking
I'm beating your
cunt.
fucking ass, you noxillion bitch.
Whatever, I'll deport your ass and call ICE. Nice motherfucker.
We're not gonna fucking.
Hey, I'm trash talking. I'm trash talking you bitch.
I'll give you trash talking. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna put your ass in D4. Where you fucking belong, you heaping pile of shit.
Children. You're both just awful.
Hey, he's the worst one. I at least have a job.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, thanks for coming, Billy. Hope you balls choke on it this weekend.
We're playing fucking Florida.
You better choke. It'll be hilarious.
I'm gonna buy an inflatable gator and a rope up and put it on a tree.
You're gonna choke. Watch them choke. They're gonna fucking choke.
At least I ain't gonna get beaten by Michigan, and for the 3rd year in a row.
Bye. Kick him out. Bye. Jesus fuck. Now he went too damn far.
All right. Now before we wrap the show, we got the holy tits of the Swiss Alps. Want to make some goddamn hockey announcement?
Oh, this some bitch.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Let's make this an interview.
All right, Red. You want to have a little fun?
Yeah, let's have a little fun, buddy. All right, Hal. Well, let me ask you this: what happened?
I'm just explaining it to myself. How the fuck did I win a week where I was supposed to suck balls? Pretty much non-existent, and I don't really know. I'm shocked that I won on 3 week ones in 3 separate fantasy leagues this year.
You got fucking lucky. Pittman absolutely saved your ass this week.
Pretty much, yes.
If it wasn't for Pittman, if it wasn't for Metcalf and doing their job here, Seattle did you no goddamn favors. Your favoritism towards the Seattle defense about screwed you over this week. That's
I know.
man, you're
I
done
swapped them to
Canadian
the.
ass. I swear to
swapped-
fucking God.
Yep. Well, I get to swap them to the fucking choke birds. This upcoming round.
Well,
of
let me ask you this. What is going to be your strategy going into week 2? What do you feel like you need to make changes after your very convincing wink, wink, nod, nod win?
Basically, me being a dingus.
Oh, really? You're going to go to being a dingus?
Yeah, basically, I'll try my best, but yet somehow I'm still going to fuck up one way or the other sooner or later down the line.
Okay, well, how about this question? Let's see. You got quarterback.
Yes, I did do a bit of a line change up coming up to this week next week.
Yeah, you got Matt Stafford at quarterback.
He's staying. He's staying. Mixon's staying. Morsett's staying. Pittman's staying. Zay Jones is going in this week as Jags are taking on KC. And someone tells me that's going to be a shit show and a half again.
Yeah, Kansas City.
If a certain tight end doesn't show up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to make too many changes, to be completely honest.
I did. Yeah, I know. This is what happens when I basically had to do idiot pick in the top 10.
Well, that's why you don't do that in the top 10, buddy.
You know which idiot pick I'm meaning. And it's called Justin Tucker.
You dumb bastard. God
All
damn
right.
it. I mean, he got you 5 whole points. He was definitely worth that top 10 pick.
Worth it no matter what.
Okay. What trash talking or words of intimidation do you have?
I'm versing against Damn Schroeder this next week, and I'm just going to say good luck, have fun, try not to get kicked in the ass.
Oh, what fucking bold.
Because he's in the tank division league. Tank division.
Yes.
I'm in apparently what I'm calling what the fuck is CFB rules?
I'd call it mid.
Pretty much.
You are the Lord of mid. But hey, it could be worse. You could be Sarah.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. I could have been True Blues actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. True blue.
Yeah. And now for hockey announcement. And earlier this week, I actually made the decision that both hockey leagues, meaning the Haters Cup 2, as well as the second division of inside the fantasy hockey, are being merged. Effective immediately. So it's only going to be one league.
Because of low
attendance.
Join rates.
RA gave Al the whole rundown that the merge is happening. And this merge is in concrete. So if you guys want to compete in hockey, we still got so draft day is this hang on, double checking. In 2 Saturdays from now.
God. I've never played
That will be the 23rd.
Not including this week.
So the 30th. No, yeah, the 30th.
Yeah, the 30th. The 30th will be the draft day. More info to follow, but apparently for my teams, they're all following the same name this year. All my teams are Halifax Whalers.
How many people are in the league?
You really want to know?
I'm asking you, so yes.
I really want to know who did your fucking haircut. Looks growy as shit.
I didn't show for a bit. Anyways,
like did you get your hair cut by a fucking moose? Hey,
there are 6 competitors at this moment, and we're waiting for people who are in Owl's league to merge into ours.
Okay.
Apart from a certain you know who.
Right. Okay.
Right on.
If I have to
Alright.
shrink down the league, so that means we can have like at least a faster playoff
If you have
run.
to shrink it down, that's fine. I'm not expecting you to do the full fucking 20 like I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might shrink it down to 6. I'm gonna probably shrink it down to at least. I'm gonna shrink it down to at least 16, just to be safe.
Okay.
Well,
So, unless that's
Hell,
it, which I believe it is.
it's nice seeing you. I'm looking forward to the upcoming USF season. It's
Yep.
going to be a blast. It's going to be busy as fuck.
Indeed. It's looking like Allen's getting the 24.
Yeah, he's gonna get the early. He's gonna get the head start more than likely. I mean,
Also, Red,
thanks.
before you leave, I want to show when we're done, but before you leave the StreamYard, I might as well show you something on what I'm working on for when I'm doing the
buddy.
stream.
Yeah.
So I'll put you in the background for now. So I think we can just leave that off here, right, for the first week because we've gone on long enough.
Yeah, we've gone on for a full 90 minutes. I'd say that's plenty good. I want to
say this
thank
is
you
pretty
again
good.
for having me on as your consultant, and my apologies for the microphone cutting out, but that's the kind of
No, it
price you
happens.
pay.
It happens.
And
I'm not even gonna follow you.
yeah, that's the kind of thing you do when all you got is your phone and a Discord, and that's about it. But I do everything by my phone. So yeah, my man, it's always fun to be having a chat with you. This was a
Yeah.
good talk. Next week, I'm expecting even more chaos and predictably some more shitty matchups. So we'll see what the fuck happens.
Yep. And I want to thank everyone for tuning into the stream. If you haven't seen already, my week in review video for the NFL is already up on the channel, so please do feel free to check that out. Other than that, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you back here Tuesday night at 8 for another fantasy week in review. So thank you all, and good night.